This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Wilkerson versus Wilkerson. You all are married, you've been together for 12 years, you have one child together, and this relationship, although it started out as high school sweethearts, may end right here today, depending on what happens in this proceeding. Am I right, Ms. Wilkerson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you've opened this proceeding. Tell us why you're here.
I'm here today because I think my husband has been cheating on me while I was pregnant.
Wow.
I think he finds me less attractive. He has been distant. I tried everything and nothing. He's changed.
And this has been since the pregnancy, he's just changed.
Yes.
You know, all the things he used to do for you, he's not doing anymore?
No, Your Honor. He used to come home and kiss me and love on me, and I don't get nothing of that anymore.
So what I'm hearing is your sex life is diminished?
Yes, Your Honor, it has.
How old is your baby?
She is 3 months.
Oh boy, so that's enough time to figure it out.
Yeah.
And he has stayed over here and he's not coming closer.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
And you think this lack of affection that he is showing towards you, he's showing that affection to somebody else?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you think he's cheating on you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Wilkerson, she is saying that you are distant, that you're not engaged, that you are not intimate with her anymore, and this, she believes, is all tied to her having your child. Is this true?
No, Your Honor.
All right, tell me what's going on. What is she missing?
I work open and close all day long. Sometimes I come, I get tired. We have a kid together. It's, you know, having a newborn, it's hard to sit there and do things. It's hard to be as intimate as I'd want to be.
Okay. Well, that's, you know, we know that having a new baby does have an impact on your whole life, including your sex life. But she's saying nothing is going on.
You can always make
I love my
time.
wife. She's the first person I've ever been with since the day we first met.
Okay.
She's my first everything.
But Ms. Wilkerson, if you find out he's cheating, what does that mean for your marriage?
I mean, we've been through a lot, Your Honor, but if he's cheating, I gotta go. I can't do it anymore. I'm just gonna be by myself.
And Mr. Wilkerson, you understand that. If she finds out that you're cheating, she is leaving. She's out the door.
Yes.
And Ms. Wilkerson, you've talked about the fact that your sex life has changed. How is that affecting you?
He used to love my body.
And I still do.
Yeah, okay. I gained 60 pounds since the pregnancy.
Don't even care about it.
I tried everything. I tried to bathe him, love on him, get naked in front of him, but he doesn't even do nothing.
You said you were bathing him?
Yeah, and he doesn't even do nothing. He doesn't even have a rise out of him.
Because that's the part that got my attention, like you bathed him, huh?
Yeah.
Don't
and
get
he
any
doesn't-
ideas, Mr. Cutler. I'm not.
Well, she might be onto something here.
Well, she might be, but not for me. That ain't gonna. I'm not gonna do that. Now I'll run you a bath and put all the oils, but then you're on your own.
Okay. All right, so I got you down for a definite maybe.
Oh. Okay. Well, I do have to say, if you're doing all that and getting 0, that would make my woman's intuition go, now what's going on here?
Yeah.
And so, Ms. Wilkerson, you think he's cheating. Why?
He's been coming home late from work, so I've been checking his GPS on his phone.
When you say late, are you talking just a few minutes, or how late is he coming home?
3 to 4 hours late.
Oh.
Where does he work?
He works in Concord.
Okay.
I have a map. Can I show you the map?
Sure. Yeah, you submitted this to the
Yes.
court. Okay.
Okay, so we got a map. It says our home, that's where you live.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it says Mr. Wilkerson's job.
Yes.
Okay. And so how long does it normally take him to get home?
It should be 20 minutes.
Okay.
It's the shortest route.
And that's what we see in the blue.
Yes.
Okay.
So if he takes, you know, maybe not the shortest route, not way out the way, but maybe another route, how long would that take him?
The longest route is 26 minutes away,
right.
which is going to be in the yellow. But,
Okay.
But it takes him 3 to 4 hours to get home.
Well,
Why is it-
because there's a lot of construction going on.
It don't take 3 to 4
There's a lot of
hours.
construction-
You
there's a lot of
crazy.
There's like
Wait,
There is a lot of construction going on, and there is traffic jams, and so
how often is this happening, Miss Wilkerson? How often
Almost
is he
every day.
Almost every day.
Since I've been.
Since you had the baby or
yes.
pregnant?
Yes, Your Honor. Since the baby, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Wilkerson, you got one route, the shortest route, and then you got another route, the longest route. So even if there's construction on the shortest route, it still shouldn't take you any more than 26 minutes to get home by the other route, correct?
Well, whenever I sit there and realize there's traffic jam, it's going to take me forever to get home. I'll try to get off the interstate, just try to take the back way, and everybody's thinking the same thing I am.
Okay.
Take the back way.
thank you.
So no matter what I do, it's
Okay,
But even if
that might get you to
Yes.
60 minutes?
Yes. Yes,
Maybe,
Mr.
maybe
Cutler.
75 minutes. That doesn't get you all the way to...
3 to 4 hours every day almost.
I want to say about 3 or 4 hours,
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't lying.
maybe 2 or 3.
2 to 3 hours.
Well,
okay,
why does
okay,
it
still
matter?
much
You
longer
shouldn't
than
be
it
getting
should
home
be.
that late.
Okay,
anyways.
what are you doing during that 2 hours?
I'm trying to get home.
You trying to get
Are
home?
you really trying to get home?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because to a lot of us, particularly Judge Dana and me, it sounds like you might be avoiding going home. Are you avoiding going home because of the baby, or are you avoiding going home because you got a couple stops to make along the way to see some people, if you know what I'm referring to?
Miss Wilkerson, can you tell me why you believe Mr. Wilkerson is cheating right now?
Yes, Your Honor. So I was tracking his phone, and it pinged at the mall. Can I show you the map?
Sure, this is what you submitted to the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
You pinged his phone.
Yeah, to the mall. Okay, so I called him and asked him. He was like, I'm at the food restaurant, and the food restaurant is going to be right up here at the Blue.
So knowing where his phone was pinging, you called him to see what he was going to say.
Yeah,
And you thought he was going to say, I was at the mall.
right.
But instead he said, I'm at the fast food restaurant.
Right, Your Honor. And that's a far away distance, so why is he
I don't know
why is
how-
he at the fast food restaurant when the mall's
I
right
don't know
over there
how
and
the
it's
GPS
pinging him
system
there?
works. Fast food restaurant, that's where I go, that's where I eat lunch at, because it's the cheapest place around where I work at.
Okay, so you're saying you were not at the mall,
No.
you were at the fast food restaurant.
No, I don't even know why I would even go at the mall.
Okay, and here's the thing, love. You know, sometimes with technology, it will ping near a place. And
Yeah, but that's a considerable distance. I mean, even looking at the map, it looks close together, but when you look at it to scale, you see, that's a considerable distance. There's a roadway that you have to cross there. It's not as close as it looks
I
on
also
the map.
tracked him there 2 more times, Your Honor.
so this wasn't the only time.
Yeah.
Isn't it okay for him to go to the mall?
Yes, but I think he's lying to me, so I think he's seeing another woman. He does come home and he smells like sweaty sex and he smells like perfume.
You said when he comes home, at times he smells like sweaty sex and perfume.
Yes, Your
That
Honor.
is really an awful combo. I just want to put that out there.
I do have a question then.
All right.
Based on that, Mr. Wilkerson, what fast food restaurant are you eating at when you come home smelling like sweaty sex and perfume?
Working in the hot sun, I do sweat.
But it's pinging you at the mall, huh?
But here's the problem. There are 2 or 3 problems. One, unless all of your outdoor work is at the mall, that doesn't explain why your phone's pinging there. And number 2, there's a difference between work sweat, i.e. I'm outdoors doing lawn or construction or something like that, and sweaty sex smell. And I think if anybody's gonna know the difference for you, it's gonna be your wife. She will know that you've been working, and she'll know when you've been working.
Working it.
Or working it out,
Well,
whatever you want to.
Well, you've been working it.
Yeah. All right. Is there any other reason that you believe Mr. Wilkerson is in fact cheating?
Yes. He was coming home late again from work.
Okay.
And he put the phone on the bed. And went to the bathroom. So I grabbed him, was looking through his phone. And I found this message that said, "Hey babe, can I see your?" And I was like, "Oh wow."
I didn't see that coming. Okay.
So I kept strolling, and then I got seen these nude pictures of these girls. Can I show you?
Do you have that
Oh,
with you?
you have.
Yes, I have the evidence.
Ron, would you please get that piece of evidence?
And so this is what you found when you were going through his phone. Came home, he laid on the bed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, all right.
So what is this?
It says, laugh out loud, I'm Queen Blank. I'm single and bored. And what we're looking at, Mr. Cutler, is if you couldn't see it, is a lady completely nude, reclining very sexily, saying, I'm single and bored. Mm-hmm. And then the next picture, if that wasn't enough, it's a lady that's nude, and she is, well, wide open. Yeah.
Close-up shot of her totally nude.
Yes, there's a lot going on here. And then we wonder why she thinks you're cheating. Okay.
Mr. Wilkerson, why do you have these pictures in your phone?
I have watched porn, you know, sometimes I do need to release my stress.
Why you need to watch porn when you got me?
I'm guessing it's junk mail, spam.
Yeah, this is some kind of spam right here.
And there's sometimes where I'm watching it out, where I'm getting stressed out at work, and I go to the restroom, release my stress, and then I come home.
You don't need that.
All right.
You got me, like I said.
Well, that explains why he's coming home from work sweaty and smelling like sex.
Well, exactly. And number two, why he's not having sex with her. He's worn out from work.
Exactly, Your Honor.
Work. Do you believe that, or do you think, no, there's another woman involved?
I think he's cheating.
You think he's cheating?
So you don't even believe that that's what's happening at work?
Right.
Now,
there's no explanation for that.
Ms. Wilkerson, I'm watching your face. Tell him how you're feeling right in this moment, right now, as we sit here.
Okay. I feel like you should want me more instead of looking at them pictures and doing that instead of lying to me. You should want to do more with me. We've been together for so long, and so you just don't need to lie to me. Just be honest with me.
Do you hear her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand how she feels?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I think we have enough evidence, love.
Well, to help resolve these issues, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court will call certified polygraph examiner Tommy Platt to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort Mr. Platt out.
Tommy Platt.
Mr. Platt, how are you today?
Wonderful, Your Honor.
It's good to see you, sir.
Good to see y'all.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, sir. I have over 30 years experience in the United States military and as a police officer. I've been a licensed examiner for over 11 years and conducted nearly 3,000 examinations.
And you conducted a polygraph examination of Mr. Wilkerson, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. You asked Mr. Wilkerson, have you had sexual intercourse with any of the women you communicated with online? What was his response?
Your Honor, he stated no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph determined that he was telling the truth.
All right. You also asked Mr. Wilkerson, have you had sexual intercourse with any woman other than Mrs. Wilkerson since getting married? What was his response?
Your Honor, he stated no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful.
Ms. Wilkerson, I see some relief on your face.
Absolutely. That's really her first smile. She actually has dimples. I didn't even know. All right, what you got to say to him, Miss Wilkerson?
I'm sorry, baby, for accusing you, and I love you, and I'm sorry.
Go on over there and give him some love. All right, Mr. Cutler, what you got to tell him?
Well, let me start with Mr. Wilkerson. First of all, I'm glad it was determined that you were not cheating. So that's a good thing. You've got a good woman here. Any woman that bathes you is a keeper. I'm just telling you, okay?
Even those that don't bathe you, they can be keepers.
Yeah. So, but you got a good woman here who loves you, but you're gonna have to work a little harder to show her that you love her. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so here's the thing. As a woman who's had 3 babies for Mr. Cutler, you're welcome. They're all grown now. You know, we forget after you stay married and then you have the obligations of parenting and all the responsibilities of running and managing a household and taking care of a home. You forget how to romance each other. And sometimes I get that you're tired and you may not want to have sex, but you have to do some things to create that intimacy, because that's really what sex is about. It's creating this special time between you and your wife. And so sometimes you're just gonna say, babe, first of all, you need to get ready for it. You're like, okay, Thursday night, we're gonna do X. And you rest up so you can do X. And X may not be all the way to Z.
Right.
But you plan to have dinner, bring home, you know, and it don't have to be fancy. Y'all
Going to the fast food restaurant, bring something home and get some benefit from it.
Yeah, and then I think you all will be fine if you put some effort and some energy and some thought into it. Dr. Jeff is waiting to talk to you all to give you additional pointers and tips to strengthen your marriage. And as we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, healthy relationship. Court is adjourned.